Perched on a hill overlooking the town of Athens, Ohio, stands a sprawling brick complex with a past as unsettling as it is tragic. Once known as the Athens Lunatic Asylum, this institution was built in the 1800s with the intention of treating the mentally ill, but over time, it became a place marked by overcrowding, questionable practices, and stories that still linger today. Behind its towering walls, thousands of patients lived, and many died. Some were never claimed, some were buried in unmarked graves, and some are said to never have truly left. Over the years, reports of shadowy figures, unexplained sounds, and chilling encounters have turned this asylum into one of Ohio's most infamous haunted locations. Visitors claim to feel watched, to hear footsteps echoing through empty halls, and to experience something they can't quite explain. In this episode of Haunted Hangout, we're stepping inside the history and hauntings of the Athens Asylum, a place where the past may still be wandering its corridors.
Welcome to Haunted Hangout, a podcast for those fascinated by the unexplained, captivated by the paranormal, and entranced by the absurd. I'm your host, Chelsea.
And I'm your other host, Lex.
That was good.
Thanks.
That was good.
Thanks.
Hello, friend.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to this week's episode. That makes it sound like we're doing the weekly episodes again. Sorry, we're not. Welcome to this bi-weekly episode of Haunted Hangout, where, as promised in the last episode, I said I would do
an asylum
/ hospital.
Ooh,
and I am.
Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah, there's some spooky things going on at this hospital, which is now actually
like
part of. I'm not gonna spoil it yet.
Okay, fine.
It is. The buildings are now part of Ohio University.
What?
Yeah, so
that's wild.
I know. So
like, what are the buildings there now? Like, what faculty? Like, I don't know.
They use them for dorms. They use them for classrooms.
They use them for dorms?
Yes, they use them for, because I'll get there, but
that is fucked up.
At the end of the hospitals, like when it closed, there was 78 buildings. So so some of the buildings are still abandoned because like that's just a lot of buildings, and then like the main hall and like other buildings are being used by the university
as dorms.
Some of them as dorms. Yes,
scary.
Yep. So yeah. So,
good times all around.
I do wish I got as much spooky stuff as I could find. I do wish there was a bit more.
Yeah.
But there's some
hello
chilling history.
Okay.
Of course.
I love
it's
it.
An asylum.
There's
going to be some chilling spooking.
Oh.
Spooky. Some spooky history here. So yeah. So I think
I'm excited.
It's a good one. Yes.
Murph is being particularly intrigued by our new setup today.
Yeah, because we are not in the bed. We're on a couch.
We've moved from our podcast bed.
Yes, this will be our new area. We just haven't like set it up.
Is he trying to go under?
Yeah, he is.
You can't fit. He's like
I need to
go under.
Sorry, Betty.
Sorry. Liz was also doing her intro and Murph came over and kissed her face.
I was like mid intro and he was just like, I'm gonna make out with you now.
He's
so
like,
I had
hi.
to redo it.
Oh my god, you have to talk about tortellini.
Oh yes. I have a new son. He's my fish. He's my fish son.
He has the greatest name ever. Shout out to Matt.
Yeah. His name is Tortellini. He is a light pink.
Okay, Murph, don't
Murphy.
do that.
He's a light pink beta fish.
He's adorable.
He was a spur of the moment decision. I was like, I want a fish. I could not buy him right away because PetSmart was like, you need to make sure your tank is set up for him before we sell you this fish. And I was like, honestly, I respect
they're
that.
ethical.
I'm glad that they're doing that at least.
Yeah.
So I have a little fish.
His name is Tortellini.
Yes, and I'm doing my best to take care of him. I've never had a fish before, but he seems happy and he seems like he's doing good. So yeah.
Love love it. He's got the craziest look in his eye right now. Like... Okay, hold on. Pause it for a sec.
Hello. We just had to kick Murph out.
I know.
Unfortunately.
He's not used to our new setup, so I think like the more we come in here, the more like familiar he'll get with it. But now he's like, what are you guys doing?
What the fuck is happening?
And there's too many cords and he's too intrigued by them.
Yeah.
He keeps like he basically just keeps like walking over our cords and like
yeah, anytime he would do that, I'd be like,
he like comes over.
I just got it all set up.
Both. I think he wants to sit in between us, but so he's like, why is there this red box here? Yeah. He's like, can you guys move that? And we're like, no, sorry, we can't. And then he just keeps basically walking in a circle trying to get us to move it.
Yeah.
So we had to evict him.
Yeah. So hopefully he'll be okay, and I think so. We'll see if he's like better in a bit.
Yeah, we'll let him in a bit. Yeah. Give him some time to calm down a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, but this will be our new podcast area for when we like actually film, which will be in a bit. Yeah. We have another thing that we're in.
It's in the works.
That's in the works that we want to do first. And then once that's done, then maybe next month in June, we'll look into getting it set up for us to film.
Yes.
And then we will be on YouTube and you can watch us.
Yay.
Yes, you can see our
smiling
crazy
faces.
Oh, you went smiling, I went crazy.
Crying faces.
Our smiley, crazy faces. As we talk about spooky things. Yeah. Do you have any updates?
No.
Okay.
No, nothing new on my
All I had was my fish.
That was a great update.
My fish boy.
Love
good
him. Old Torts.
My torts.
Good old Torts.
Should we start talking about the Athens Asylum?
Yeah, let's. I've never heard of this before.
I hadn't heard of it either. I wanted to find, because there's some like pretty infamous and like well-known.
Oh, he's trying to come in.
Oh,
poor guy.
There's some like pretty famous asylums that I feel like a lot of people know, which like we'll get to at some point, but I was like, I kind of want to do one that's like more oh, Murphy, let me in. I wanted to do one that wasn't as well known. I mean, some of you listening might know it, but I didn't know it, and again, you don't know it, so
I
don't think it's
I have to let him in. I don't want him like
that's fine.
Okay. Oh, all right. God, I just ran up the stairs.
Okay. Murph is back in the room.
Murph has his toy, so if you hear chewing,
it's just
Schmurfaloo.
Okay, are you ready?
I am ready.
Right, let's dive in.
Can I see a photo?
Just like,
sorry.
Yes.
You don't have to show me now. It'll just help me visualize.
I feel like you're going to be wondering about it the whole time, so I'll just show you now.
I don't have much of an imagination.
So this is like the main building. Oh, jeez. Because like I said, there was 78 buildings.
That is cool. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. I just flipped to the next photo and it alarmed me.
A little creepier?
It's much creepier.
Oh, uh-huh.
This is, okay.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Let's dive in. Okay. So the Athens Asylum opened its doors in 1874 in Athens, Ohio, under the name Athens Lunatic Asylum. Yeah.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
But it was 1874. The building was designed by architect Levi T. Schofield and was influenced by Dr. Thomas Kirkbride, a physician who developed a specific blueprint for mental institutions. Features of the Kirkbride plan... I feel like I can't talk today. Features of the Kirkbride plan included batwing floor plans, Victorian architecture, and sprawling grounds. The main building was 853 feet long, 60 feet wide, and built with red bricks, which you just saw.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Can confirm. Does look Victorian.
Yes. Inside, you would find an administrative section with an entrance hall, offices, and a reception room. There were also 2 wings, one for female patients and the other for male patients, and could house a total of 572 people. 7 cottages were also constructed on the property in order to accommodate more patients. At its peak in the 1960s, the hospital had over 2,000 patients, which is 8 times the amount that Kirkbride advised and 3 times the hospital's capacity.
Oh, why do they do this?
I don't fucking know.
It's so dumb.
I feel like, and again, this is the first, like, psychiatric hospital that we're covering, but I feel like this is going to be a common theme among them based on what I know about mental institutions from the like 1800s 1900s. Like they just crammed people in there, and and it was just like horrific conditions in there. So the hospital originally sprawled over 141 acres, but over time buildings were added, and the Krampus damn, I have to keep that one in.
That was good.
And the campus grew to over fuck,
sorry.
I told you I can't talk today. The campus grew to over 1,000 acres.
Wow.
Which is huge. By the time the hospital closed, there were 78 buildings in total.
Wow.
The grounds featured greenhouses, an orchard, a dairy farm, and even a physical plant to produce steam heat. So it was kind of like
a compound.
Yeah, and it wasn't, from what I read, it wasn't self-sustaining. Like, there wasn't enough to, like, that they could sustain themselves, but it kind of, like, gave the patients something to do, which I'll get into, like, a little bit more, but, that's just Murph.
Just Smurf.
Over the years, the hospital changed its name many times.
Okay.
Which is good, because they started at the Athens Lunatic Asylum, which is not great.
It can only go up from there, I hope.
I don't include all of the iterations, because there were a lot, but it did get better. So good. With iterations such as Athens State Hospital, the Southeastern Ohio Mental Health Center, and the Athens Mental Health and Development Center. So those are a bit more...
Those are better.
Normal. And not, super derogatory. Okay, so I'll talk a little bit about Thomas Kirkbride now, which is, like, his whole, like, plan is how this hospital was kind of built around.
Okay.
So Thomas Kirkbride was a doctor who began his career at the Friends Asylum in Philadelphia in the 1830s. This Quaker-led asylum ran on the moral treatment philosophy, which was based on the hypothesis that I truly cannot fucking talk.
Oh, no.
Which was based on the hypothesis that patients should not be confined.
Yeah.
At the time, treatment, quote, treatment for those deemed insane in the United States often involved madhouses, where patients were confined and often tortured.
Oh.
But with moral treatment, patients were subjected to the opposite. They got plenty of rest, ate healthy foods, exercised regularly, and experienced nature. After learning and practicing moral treatment for a few years at the Friends Asylum, Kirkbride became superintendent at the Philadelphia Hospital for the Insane. Here, he began developing another way to treat insanity by focusing on building an asylum that is specifically designed with the patient's treatment in mind. He constructed his own facility for the Philadelphia Hospital for the Insane, where every feature of the building was intentionally chosen. His plan, which was documented in the book, on the construction, organization, and general arrangements of hospitals for the insane, with some remarks on insanity and its treatment. That's the title.
Okay.
That whole thing was the title of the book.
It's not short.
Nope. Recommended the use of specific materials, paint colors, and even offered descriptions of the ideal staff members.
What?
Yeah.
What were the descriptions?
I did... The source that I was using for this like specific part, I didn't say. I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
That's fine.
I'm assuming it was more like people who had more of like a calm dementor and like,
that makes
you know what I mean?
That makes sense.
That's Murph.
The squeaky
toy. It's either he chose that or Chelsea's very nice pillow. So, sorry.
We chose to give him the toy.
Yeah.
But he is on the pillow right now.
He is on it, yeah.
Which is fine.
So the most significant feature of Kirkbride's plan was the building's shape, a batwing or V shape. So the V would consist of 2 diverging series of wards, with each pavilion slightly set back from the last. Every room in the hospital would receive maximum ventilation and sunlight.
Oh.
I'll show you like a...
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. I'll show you like a blueprint kind of so you can like see it. Many hospital campuses built with the Kirkbride plan in mind also included working farms with vegetable gardens, greenhouses, dairies, livestock, and bakeries.
Wow.
Patients would often help with the farm chores, as doing work was a key component in moral treatment. Another integral part of the moral treatment plan was amusement, so hospitals would sometimes have ballrooms, bowling alleys, and baseball diamonds.
Wow.
And fun fact, one even had a pre-electricity roller coaster.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Okay, it sounds like it started at, you know.
Okay, so this is the thing.
Okay. I fear it's
yes,
going
it was
in a
doing stuff like
horrifying
that,
direction.
but then there's also other things that they were doing that they didn't
I'm
realize
sure.
were
Otherwise,
terrible.
we wouldn't be talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just so interesting because all of those like things seem like
Fun?
they would improve someone's life.
Yeah,
like they're fun.
I think those things would, but then the fact that they were doing the other things,
oh dear sweet
kind
Lord.
of ruined that.
Yes, well, I figured it was going to take a dark turn.
Before we get there, let me show you
The blueprint?
Yeah. So it'd be like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is so interesting.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's the like.
Yeah.
The floor plan-ish. Or
it does kind of look like bat wings.
Yeah.
Like it really does.
Okay, so now we'll head back to Athens Asylum specifically.
Okay.
So, there are 3 cemeteries at Athens Asylum where 1,930 people are buried. It was common for patients not to have... Yes. What? Almost 2,000 people are buried in the cemeteries there. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Yes.
And the cemeteries are on the property?
Correct. There's 3 of them.
Where the university is
mm-hmm.
now?
Yep. The university, from my understanding, the university doesn't like own the cemetery parts. It's
Are they like surrounding the building though? Like that's a big
it's
cemetery.
1,000 acres.
Oh yeah.
Right, the whole property. So I'm assuming they're like more spaced out. So it might not be like right outside the building is the cemetery. I'm assuming it's like further out.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's just kind of that's still wild.
But they're
like on campus.
Mm-hmm. So it was common for patients not to have contact with their family after they were admitted. So when they passed, they were buried on the property because pretty much like when patients would die, there would be no family to claim the bodies. So they would have to do the burial. And then even more sad, prior to 1943, patients' names were not engraved on their headstones. Only a number was given to them. So there's a bunch of gravestones that just have numbers on them.
That's so
I know.
sad.
However, the patients' names were finally added from 1943 on. So, yeah.
That's horrible.
I know. So although the Athens Asylum was built under the direction of the Kirkbride Plan, which was ultimately influenced by moral treatment, the treatment of the patients was anything but moral.
Yep.
Treatments at the hospital included hydrotherapy, where the patient would be bathed in extremely cold or hot water, electroshock therapy.
So just torture then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where a patient would be exposed to a high-power surge that would make their bodies convulse. And of course, can you guess what the other one is?
Lobotomy.
Uh-huh. And lobotomies, in which a thick needle was drilled into the patient's skull and into their brain, severing the brain's neural receptors.
No, thank you.
Many patients at Athens Asylum died after receiving a lobotomy, while those who survived the procedure suffered from memory loss and a deteriorated quality of life. Yep. So yeah, that's what I meant, where like, yeah, they were able to do activities and like there was that, but then they were still undergoing treatments like this, which were just
torture.
Awful.
Yeah.
So in terms of reasons why patients would be admitted to the Athens Asylum, there were quite a few.
Okay.
So these reasons include menopause.
No.
Menstruation issues.
Oh, it's just okay.
Hysteria.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yep.
Like why? Why?
Alcohol abuse, epilepsy, tuberculosis, and even asthma.
What?
I know. However, the most common reason
we would be fucked.
Oh, me and you.
Oh yeah.
Would not.
We would have been locked up years ago.
Yeah, we would not have fared well.
I wouldn't have made it this
in
long.
An 1800s life.
No, I'd like to think I would.
Yeah, but
I would not, probably.
No. The most common reason for admittance was masturbation. Which Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing.
I know it's like terrible, but it's also like,
oh my god,
it's
that's horrible.
To hear it now in our 2026 lives, it's like, seriously, like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Fucked up.
The first patient to be admitted to the Athens Asylum was a 14-year-old girl with epilepsy, but her parents thought she had been possessed by a demon because they didn't know what epilepsy was back then, and yeah.
For the love of God.
Yep. So from the day the hospital opened in 1874 to when it closed in 1993.
What?
Yeah, it was
closed
open
in 1993?
Mm-hmm. It was open for about 120 years. Yeah. Yep. The year before we were born is when
I don't
it
have
closed,
any. I don't
which
have
is
any.
not that long ago.
I
know.
I don't have any words for that.
I mean, they weren't performing like the lobotomies
Well, yeah,
and stuff
obviously.
then, but yeah.
So it's just.
I know it's crazy to think
wild
about.
to me. Yeah.
So a myriad of patients called the Athens Asylum home, such as Civil War veterans, rebellious teenagers, unhoused people, the elderly, and sometimes even violent criminals. So one of these criminals was Billy Milligan. Billy was admitted to Athens Asylum in 1977 after he was acquitted of sexually assaulting and robbing 3 women by reason of insanity, on the basis of his multiple personality disorder, referred to today as dissociative identity disorder. So Milligan claimed that he hadn't committed the crimes, rather his alternate personalities had. Milligan's case garnered national attention as he was the first person in the US to use dissociative identity disorder as a legal defense.
Interesting.
Yeah. So if you, I say you, not you, anyone listening, not you personally, Chelsea. But if you might have watched this show.
Which one?
I think it came out a couple years ago on Apple TV. It's called The Crowded House with Tom Holland.
I haven't watched it, but now I'm going to.
It's like Tom Holland plays Billy Milligan. It's about him.
What?
Yeah.
How have I not heard of this? Okay, well, I'm going to watch that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So yeah, if you've seen that show, that is
interesting.
Who this is
that is so
talking about.
Okay.
So he was at the Athens Asylum for a bit.
He was diagnosed with?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so he was arrested and then he went through I think he was obviously like psychiatrists were looking at him and stuff and based on what he was saying, they were
multiple
you have
personalities.
Yeah.
Question. Sorry, what year was that?
That was 1977.
Oh.
So this is the late 70s when that happened. Yeah.
Not that long ago.
No. No, in the span of the hospital,
more
recently than
more in the recent history.
Yeah. So there's another infamous patient associated with the Athens Asylum, and that is Margaret Schilling. So Margaret was admitted in 1978 at the age of 53. She had been married twice and had 2 children and lived a normal life. However, 3 years before she became a patient, Margaret's mother died. After this, her behavior became odd. Margaret became convinced that her mother was still with her, and she began displaying other worrying symptoms, which I don't know what the symptoms are. That's just what it said.
How'd you know I was going to ask that?
I know you.
Yes.
Her husband ultimately brought her to Athens Asylum for treatment. So Margaret was placed in Block D, where patients were supervised 24/7. At night, the doors of all the patients' rooms were locked, and a nurse was stationed in the corridor. On the morning of December 1st, 1978, a nurse entered Margaret's room and made a shocking discovery. Items were scattered around the room, the bedsheets were torn, and Margaret was gone.
What?
Yeah. This should have been impossible. The windows had bars on them, and the door had been locked, from the outside. Furthermore, there didn't appear to be any damage to the room beyond the scattered items and torn sheets. So how did Margaret get out? So obviously she didn't escape a different way out of the room. This is not there was a tunnel or something, or the door had been damaged and she broke down the door. It was, other than the things scattered around and the torn sheets, the room was fine.
That is wild.
Mm-hmm. So the staff were subsequently interviewed in hopes that answers would arise.
Fair.
The nurse who had been taking care of Margaret reported that in more recent weeks, she had been moody, refused to talk, and would not react when she was spoken to. Unfortunately, the interviews did not reveal any leads. Searches were conducted of every hospital building and the surrounding area. The town of Athens and Margaret's family were notified of her disappearance in case she had escaped the hospital. After 2 weeks, the search efforts were disbanded. So on January 12th, 1979, 42 days after Margaret vanished, workers approached Ward 20 on the 4th floor in the central part of the hospital, tasked with making repairs. So this is like the main building, the one that I showed you.
Yeah.
So on the 4th floor. So the workers found the door locked. Once they were able to get inside, they made a gruesome discovery. Lying on the floor was the naked body of Margaret Schilling, her clothes neatly stacked beside her. According to the medical examiner, Margaret had died approximately 3 to 4 weeks before, right around the time when the searches stopped.
What?
Yeah. So due to the level of decomposition, it was impossible to determine the exact cause of death, but the pathologist ultimately concluded that a heart attack was most likely the culprit. And then...
But, okay, you have a heart attack and you're going to take off all your clothes and fold them next to you? No.
It's weird.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
So the ward where she was found had not been used in years, and it had been locked prior to her being in there. So there are many mysteries surrounding the case of Margaret Schilling, such as how she was able to leave her locked room, undetected, where she had been for the 2 weeks during the searches, because there was like a 2-week period when she vanished and when the pathologists think she died. And then the true cause of her death, because again, that was just him. Maybe there were other things that would indicate a heart attack, but I think he was kind of just assuming.
Yeah.
Based on everything. But what makes this case even more chilling is the body-shaped stain on the floor in the spot where she had been found.
What?
The stain appearing was of natural nature, explained away by the fact that Margaret's body had been lying in the same spot for a month. But no one can seem to explain why. After several attempts to remove the stain, it did not disappear and can still be seen to this day. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
What's that building used for now?
Well, the main building it's used for a bunch of different things. Obviously, they don't use that room. Room is not used.
I'm just curious, what?
There's an art gallery in it.
What?
Yeah, and then I think it's used for classrooms and offices and stuff.
Oh my god. That's definitely haunted.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to see the stain?
Do I?
Do you?
Do I? I kind of do. Oh no, what?
Yeah.
Liz. You're
I know.
supposed to protect me from things I don't want to see.
You said! I asked you 3 times you got to
I'm
see it.
using my water bottle as a shield.
Okay, it's gone.
Oh, I hated that. Ugh.
Yeah, and it's still there.
Ew. Ew.
Yeah, they cannot, they've
Get
cleaned it many, many times and it will not go away. So the hospital ultimately closed its doors in 1993 after years of disrepair and a dwindling patient population. Soon after, Ohio University acquired the property. Today, it's called The Ridges, and the buildings are used for various purposes, including classrooms, offices, and even an art museum. So now we'll talk about the hauntings.
Ooh, okay.
And again, I wish there was more.
That's okay.
But there's still quite a bit.
All right.
So the Athens Asylum gained its haunted reputation early on as staff, visitors, and patients reported experiencing mysterious phenomena such as flickering lights, footsteps, classic, footsteps echoing through empty hallways, and the faint sound of cries.
Oh, I know. Sad.
A former staff member alleged that late one night, while he was performing routine maintenance in one of the old wards, he heard...
I thought you were going to say... I don't know.
What do you think
I thought
you
you were
going
going to say routine magic for some reason. I don't know
After
why.
he was performing routine magic?
I don't know what's gone wrong
Well,
with my
for the
brain.
patient's amusement. Maybe they hired a magician.
I mean...
You never know.
You never know. I'm sorry. I don't know what just happened.
Okay.
My brain actually I just lost it for a bit. Don't bark, Murph.
Okay, so a former staff member alleged that late one night while he was performing routine maintenance, not magic, in one of the old wards, he heard what sounded like soft humming. Believing it was a patient, he followed the sound until it suddenly stopped. He checked every room of the ward and found no one else there.
Ugh.
As soon as he returned to his work, he began to hear the humming again, only this time it sounded closer. Yeah, I know.
Don't love that.
So visitors have claimed to see full-bodied apparitions wearing old-fashioned hospital gowns, walking slowly down the halls. In the area that was once the women's ward, the spirit of a woman in her mid-30s with dark hair and pale skin is often seen standing still at the end of the hallway. When approached, she disappears.
That's fun.
That's just me, actually.
I was going to say that.
Mid-30s with dark hair and pale skin is just me. I mean, I'm not quite in my mid-30s yet. We're getting there. So the ghost of Margaret Schilling has also been seen.
Yeah.
Often in the window of the room where she was found or wandering the building at night.
Oh.
Yeah, and some people think that like the reason why the stain won't go away is because like her spirit's like tied to it or something. This is really sad.
Yeah.
So there's also a rumor that patients were chained in the basement. And although this hasn't been proven, some people report hearing the sound of chains and screams coming from the basement.
Oh, that's not great.
No, it's not. So unsurprisingly, the cemetery is also haunted.
Well, I mean, that tracks.
Yeah.
That tracks.
And again, a lot of the gravestones are unmarked, which is just, ghosts don't like that.
No.
That just...
I wouldn't like that if I was a ghost.
No, I'd be like, fuck you. Like at least put my name on there. Fuck.
At least my initials.
Something.
For God's sakes.
Literally. So visitors have reported seeing strange lights hovering over the graves and shadow figures dancing behind the trees. Sorry, I don't know why I said dancing. It's darting. My brain just filled in.
I literally just imagine people going like, you know, like the wacky inflatable tube man.
The wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Yeah.
I don't know why I
imagine those, but like shadows.
Sorry, no, it's darting, not dancing. I don't know why.
Dancing is better. Dancing is better, but it's darting, so I guess they're just like... But let's go with dancing. Let's go with dancing.
So others have sworn that they felt the ground under their feet tremble, which is weird.
That's random.
Yeah. And interestingly, there's an area where the headstones are aligned in a perfect circle, which is rumored to be a meeting point for witches.
Can I come to the witch circle?
Yeah.
And really gross that they're in a circle.
Yeah, it's kind of like
why? Like why?
Because
why would anyone
usually
do that?
At a gravesite, they're all like in a line. So why are we in a circle?
Weird.
It's very weird.
That's weird.
Yeah. So today, students, staff, and visitors to the Ridges still report paranormal occurrences.
Makes sense.
In the main building, now called Lynn Hall, common occurrences include seeing strange figures roaming the halls and hearing disembodied footsteps, voices, and screams. Doors will open and close by themselves, and a man with a long black coat is known to creep out students in the men's bathroom.
At least it's in the men's bathroom.
I mean, yeah. Rather him be there than the women's bathroom.
Oh,
like, us women, we got enough to worry about. We don't need to worry about a creepy man in a coat.
Yeah.
Fucking creeping on us. So yeah, go creep on the men. Thank you.
Creep on the men.
So in Wilson Hall, the 4th floor is a hot spot for activity that includes mysterious apparitions, hearing voices, and doors slamming shut by themselves. Which again, all of this is
away. The doors shutting. I'm always like, wind.
It's the pipes. In
pipes.
that case, it wouldn't be the pipes, but that's our new tagline.
It could be. Who knows?
Pipes slamming, doors shut.
Who knows? Maybe they're strong. I don't know. Their sound is vibrating.
Yeah.
The door. It's the
Who
pipes.
knows?
Moral
It's
of
the
the story
pipes.
is the pipes.
So in the Convocation Center, several spirits reside, including those of a resident assistant who was allegedly killed by her boyfriend and a student who died in his sleep.
Oh,
I know.
very messed up.
Yeah. And then there's also a rumor of an entire high school girls basketball team who allegedly haunts Washington Hall after they were killed in a bus crash.
Oh.
So students report hearing running feet and basketballs bouncing, which I did look that up.
Yeah.
And I didn't find anything.
Oh,
so that's
okay.
just kind of a rumor, but I was on Reddit and I remember seeing people being like, yeah, like I stayed in this hall because I think it's used as a dorm and I heard like basketballs and stuff.
Interesting.
So they do hear, like people do hear those things. So I guess maybe they were like, oh, maybe there was like a girls, like a basketball team here that died and that's what that sound is. But there's no
proof.
Yeah, that there actually is a whole basketball team that was killed there. Anyway, I thought that one was weird.
Yeah, it is.
In one instance, a student ventured into one of the abandoned wings late one night. While he explored, he heard the sound of footsteps following him. Assuming it was one of his friends, he turned around only to find an empty hallway, which I don't like that. And then paranormal investigators have reported receiving strange readings on their equipment, capturing disembodied voices on tape, and mysterious anomalies on video. And that's all I have for the hauntings, which again, I wish there was more, but...
That's a lot. That was a lot.
I just thought that there would be more considering its like history, and it's so old,
and so many people died.
Right. It's a lot of the, hearing screams
classic.
And the footsteps and humming and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is the Athens Asylum.
Interesting.
So,
cool.
Yeah, what is the spookiest part of that for you?
I think, probably the... Oh, sorry. I like to go on
Chelsea, you keep
I like to go on an adventure with my neck.
Gradually getting farther and farther
Sorry,
away from
my bad. I forgot what we were doing here today.
I forgot we were recording.
I think the Mary, her story is very sad and very strange and very scary. And her, the idea of seeing her through a window, you could explain it away, but I would be afraid of. Well,
I'm assuming that part of the building is not used. I know for sure that room isn't. So if you did see someone there, you'd be like, okay, if you were a student there or a staff member, know that there shouldn't be anyone there.
Yeah, so that would be horrifying to see that,
Yes.
Makes me think of The Woman in Black. Do you remember that movie with Daniel Radcliffe?
I think I've seen it, but I saw it 5 million years ago, so I don't really remember a lot of it.
There's one scene, and I'm pretty sure I might be making this up, so don't quote me if it's not from this particular movie.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that there's a woman, he looks up into this house and there's a woman in the window.
Yeah.
So that's what I think about when I think about that woman. So that part is
That's
definitely
terrifying.
The scariest for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
Same is the... And the stain.
Yeah. The stain
that,
too.
That reason. And again, I don't want to diminish the fact that she was a real human.
Yeah,
and
a real person.
And she died there, and it's, it's all very mysterious.
Yeah.
But it is, that to me is just I find that so odd.
Yeah.
That everything surrounding her death is just really weird.
It's really mysterious.
And the fact that the stain, again, the reason for the stain being there is normal.
Yeah.
Her body was there for a while. But the reason why it won't go away, I'm what the fuck is happening there? So that's one of the main reasons why I picked this
case. Yeah.
Yeah, this building was because of that. Because I was that is just so weird. And gives me the heebie-jeebies a little bit. So yeah, that is, to me, that's the
scariest part.
Yeah, I think so. And just I don't know.
Oh, also
what?
The dancing shadows.
They're not. They're darting. They're not dancing. I'm sorry. I know.
I'm just joking.
Fuck.
The
dancing
the shadows would be. I do think that would be scary because imagine you're in a
cemetery.
It's
already
yourself.
Spooky vibes.
Cemeteries are already freaky.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of freaky.
Yeah. Seeing and it's probably you see them out of the corner of your eyes, moving, and you're
and you're oh.
And also feeling the ground shake.
I don't know if
maybe it's an earthquake, but
I don't know if that would freak me out. But it might be. It depends, I guess, how big the shake is.
Right. I think if I were to go there now, knowing that that's a thing that might happen, then I'd be freaked out. But if I didn't know that and I went, I probably would just rationalize it some way. I'd be oh, it was just a weird ground tremor or something.
It's just
the ground.
It's
just the pipes.
It's fine. It's just the pipes.
So
classic pipes.
Yeah. So yeah. So that is the Athens Asylum in Ohio, and You can do tours there, I think sometimes, but it's not like a ghost tour. It's just more of like the history.
Well, that's still cool though.
Yeah. I think they do like more ghost stuff around like October.
Makes sense.
From what I read, but it's more like limited.
Yeah.
So yeah. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing or following us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and leaving us a 5-star review. You can also follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Haunted Hangout Podcast. And shout out to the person who just left us a review on Apple Podcasts. We just saw it today.
It was so nice.
The subject line is Murph rules. Thank you so much.
Made my day.
We agree that Murph also rules, and we're glad that people enjoy his presence on the podcast. Because he's just a little cutie fluffy guy.
He's just a little guy. Just a little guy.
Yeah. And if you have a spooky story that you want to share with us, you can email it to hauntedhangoutpodcast13@gmail.com.
Thanks for tuning in to Haunted Hangout. As always, stay curious. And if you're in a gravestone,
if you're in a gravestone,
or if you're probably in a graveyard, then say hi to the dancing shadows for us. Thanks for tuning in to Haunted Hangout. As always, stay curious and have a nice day.
Straight to the point.
Yeah,
like it's
we're hungry.
We're hungry. There's a lot going on in that one. It's too much.
I can't.
So yeah, fair. Okay, bye.
Bye.